Another day, another makeup trend. In this video, I'm going to show how to catfish you all. Well, not in literal sense. We are going to be recreating the famous unrecognizable makeup. So let's get started. As usual, I'm starting with the pore minimizing primer from Inside Cosmetics. It has a silicone-based formula that really helps to fill in all those open pores and fine lines that you have on your face. It is very handy for someone like me who has very oily skin, a lot of texture and open pores on their face, as it is really going to smoothen your skin, giving you a smooth canvas to work with. Next, to color correct, I'm mixing an orange corrector from Swiss Beauty and a concealer from Elegant Pro Conceal in the shade Fawn. This will sort of give us a peachy corrector. Now, instead of applying the product in one go, I'm building the product slowly with a fluffy eyeshadow brush. This way you will not be using a lot of product, hence it is going to prevent all the cakiness. So I'm using it to neutralize the hyperpigmentation underneath my eyes, cover my acne marks, and I will be using it to counter the hyperpigmentation around my mouth. I have a lot of it. I feel color correction is important for us brown girlies, as we tend to have a lot of hyperpigmentation and our makeup turns ashy or grey if we don't color correct our face. So keep it in mind. Now you can either wait a couple of minutes between applying your foundation and color correction, or just take a loose powder and dust it all over your face like I'm doing it here. This really prevents your foundation from mixing with your color corrector. As for the foundation, I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NC46. Now it has come to my notice that my foundation looks a tad bit orange on me, so to neutralize that, I have mixed a blue pigment from Elegant that is going to cancel that oranginess. Is that even a word? Well, I don't know. Well, back to the topic. It is going to take it more towards a neutral side by reducing the warmth in it. As the look that we are going for today demands more of a full coverage look, I have applied my foundation using a foundation brush, as it tends to absorb less product compared to the beauty blender, so it gives you a more full coverage look. As we know already, the look is a full bead glam, so we are going to contour the heck out of our faces, and for that I'm using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour in the shade Deep Tan. Now if you're a brown girl whose complexion is same as mine or even on deeper side than mine, you should try this shade from this particular contour. This is a perfection in this tiny tube. Now why am I even saying that? Well, it's very pigmented. It is definitely going to show up on your skin. Also, it is very easy to blend. It will not disappoint you, do not worry, okay? Now when you're blending your contour, always take it all the way to your hairline, as it is going to give you a more smooth and blended look. Now if you're caught up in a situation where you took too much of contour in one go and now it's looking muddy, then don't freak out. It is makeup, it can be fixed. Take the same foundation brush that you use to blend your foundation, run it all over your contour. Blend it as much as you can. Chances are it will start looking better after this. But now, if it's still looking muddy, you're going to take a damp beauty sponge, run it all over your face. It is going to absorb all the excess product that you have on your face, and it will be fixed by the end of this, okay? Don't worry. Next, to contour my nose, I've taken a little bit of product on a dense flat eyeshadow brush, and the easiest way to contour your nose is to connect the contour from the bridge of your nose all the way to your brows. This will give you the maximum impact in the least efforts. There is no hurry, build the product slowly. But of course, don't forget to blend it nicely. We want a smooth and blended look. Next, to add that flush of color to my face, I'm using my current favorite liquid blush from Mars in the shade Night Glow. Now it is my favorite for a reason. It is hella pigmented, it will easily show up on deep dusky skin, and it's very easy to blend even with your fingers. Also, it stays put for a very long time, 7 to 8 hours easily. This particular color Night Glow that I'm using here is perfect for my deep dusky girls. But if you're someone on fairer side, you are 100% going to find your shade in this particular range. Go and check it out. You will not be disappointed. Next, to do some concealing underneath my eyes, I'm using Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. Again, instead of applying it directly, I'm going to build it up slowly using the same fluffy eyeshadow brush. This way you can really control the amount of product, thus avoiding all those creases and cakiness underneath your eyes. Now if we talk about the formula of this concealer, it's one of the best in the market right now. But there are two issues with this particular concealer. First is their limited shade availability in India. I don't know why do brands do this. Next thing almost gives me an ick. You might have guessed, it's the damn packaging, yes. It's very unhygienic. They could have easily given a doe foot applicator, but they had to do this. It wastes a lot of product as well. Next, to highlight the center of my face, I'm using Milani Conceal Plus Perfect Longwear Concealer in the shade 165 Deep Tan. I love this concealer, guys. It's a bang-on full coverage concealer. But of course, the same problem, shade availability in India. I mean, brands really need to understand we are not limited to fair skin. India is a diverse country. So the deepest shade that I would find is this one. And guess what? It didn't work out well for me as a regular concealer, so I have to use it for highlighting. Now before setting my base with the powder, blending the products on my face for one final time with a Dem Beauty sponge. This is going to absorb all the excess product that I might have on my face. Next, to set my base, I'm using loose powder from K-Beauty in the shade using a pizza puff. But before that, I like to spread the product on the pizza puff on the back of my hand like this. This really helps to avoid too much of product, hence avoiding cakiness. For today's eye makeup, we have a smoky liner situation. We are keeping it simple yet bold. I'm not really doing much with the brows here. I'm just combing them using a spoolie. And for the eyeliner, I'm just taking a tape and sticking it at the very end of my eyes as an extension of my lower lash line. And for the liner, you just need a gel liner. The one I'm using here is from LA Girl, and I'm just making a rough wing. You don't have to be clean with the shape here. Your tape is going to take care of that. Also, make it as dramatic as you like it. And next, I'm just going to smudge it using a flat smudger brush, keeping it limited to the outer corner of my eye. Next, to intensify the color, I've used a black eyeshadow using the same brush, and I'm smudging it right over the eyeliner that we applied. To blend the wing further, I've taken a dark cool brown shadow, Mehndi from Mars eyeshadow palette, using an angle liner brush. Next, I've taken a light warm brown shade Dula, and I'm layering it right above the dark brown shade that we used earlier. But this time I'm taking it all the way above my natural crease and to the inner corner of my eye. Next, I'm using black kajal from Plum to tightline my lower waterline, my upper waterline, including the inner corner of my eye. This is going to add more intensity to the look. Next, to add more definition to the wing, I've used pen liner from Faces Canada. First, I'm using it to draw the inner corner, and to draw that, use the point where our upper and lower lash line meets as a reference. You have to extend the exact same point. Now, I want to add a little sharpness to the smoky liner, so I'm using the same pen liner to extend a thin wing. You can make it as dramatic as you like it. I want to make it a little dramatic. After making the wing, I'm using a brush to smudge it a little so that it blends in smoothly with the smoky liner. And of course, here comes the exciting part. I'm just going to remove the tape, and it did turn out well to my expectation. Next, I'm just adding a inner corner highlight using a teeny tiny brush. To finish the eye makeup, I'm just going to curl my lashes and follow up with the mascara. And for that, I'm using Hyper Curl Mascara from Maybelline. This is a waterproof variant. I forgot to mention, I've also used false lashes from PAC in the number 84. I'm definitely going to tag them in the description box. To line my lips, I'm using Color Block Long Lasting Lip Liner from PAC in the shade Infinite Kiss. It's a maroonish lip liner. And guys, I've got my hands on a new lipstick from Revlon in the shade Rumberry. If you didn't know, Revlon is one of the oldest makeup brands. It was established in 1932 and it's still thriving. Now this lipstick features a satin matte formula. It is so damn comfortable on your lips that you won't even feel like that you're wearing a lipstick. It feels more like a lip balm. And this, my friends, is the finished look. I hope you all liked it. And do let me know if I look unrecognizable or not, or I just look same. I'm going to see you in the next video. Till then, bye. Take care.